Sometimes it honestly feels like a lot of you women really don't like me. And that's strange because I'm actually on your side. Whether you see it that way or not, I mean that. So stay with me for a minute. Picture this. You're a woman like me, and you've just posted a video about boundaries, respect, emotional growth, and relationship standards. Then you open your messages, and there it is again. Another message, maybe one of many this week, saying my content is harmful, that I'm ruining relationships, damaging marriages, creating distance between couples. Some of you say your partner watches my videos, and now things feel different. And somehow I become the reason everything is falling apart. I see this again and again. It's become almost predictable at this point. But let me be very clear. I'm not here to defend myself. I don't feel the need to. What I'm here to do is show you something real. I'm here to hand you a mirror. Because the truth is, my content isn't breaking your relationship. It's exposing what was already there. It's revealing things that were hidden, ignored, or pushed aside. And I understand why that feels uncomfortable. Facing reality isn't easy. It never is. But if you stay here and listen, if you're willing to be honest with yourself, this could change the way you see everything, the way you choose partners, the way you show up in love, even the way you understand yourself. But if you only want comfort, this may not be for you. Let's clear something up right away. Don't assume I don't understand women. I am one. I know how deeply we feel. I know how one small thing, a message, a tone, even silence, can turn into a storm of thoughts. We overthink, we imagine, we build entire stories in our heads. It becomes intense very quickly. I know how emotions can take over. I know how logic sometimes gets pushed aside. But that emotional depth is not a flaw, it's actually a strength. It's powerful when it's guided properly, but when it's not, it can lead us into confusion, into choices that don't serve us, and into situations that slowly drain us. Now, here's the part many people avoid. I've done the hard work on myself, real work, the kind that forces you to sit with your truth. I've looked at my patterns, I've faced my mistakes. Every time I ignored a red flag, every time I stayed longer than I should have, every time I chose someone based on potential instead of reality, I had to let go of an older version of myself completely. And that process was not easy, but because I went through it, I speak from experience now. I'm not judging from the outside. I've lived through it. And now I'm simply trying to help others see what I didn't see for a long time. So when someone tells me my content is damaging, I don't take it personally. I understand where it's coming from because I know it's not really about me. It's about something inside you being triggered, something that has been ignored for a long time and is now coming to the surface. Let's talk about what people usually say, that I'm ruining relationships, that I'm creating problems, that my content is giving people excuses. But if we're honest, that's not what's happening. Your relationship didn't suddenly become weak because of a video. It was already struggling before that. If someone watches something and suddenly changes, becomes distant, pulls away, or behaves differently, that didn't start in that moment. That behavior was already there. It just wasn't fully visible. I didn't create anything new. I just made it harder to ignore what was already present. And yes, it's easier to blame something outside. It's easier to say a video caused everything. But deep down, you know that's not true. The issues were already there. The foundation wasn't strong. And when the truth shows up, it feels like everything is breaking, even though it was already unstable. There's a reason we do this. It's called confirmation bias. We form an early idea about someone and then we focus only on what supports that idea. We ignore warning signs. We explain things away. We tell ourselves comforting stories. And we keep doing that until reality becomes too obvious to deny. Here's another truth that's hard to accept. Responsibility is not one-sided. Yes, men should take accountability. That matters. But so should you. You are responsible for who you choose. You are responsible for what you accept. And you are responsible for what you ignore, even when it doesn't feel right. Many women continue choosing the same type of partner. Someone attractive, exciting, charming, but emotionally unavailable. And instead of stepping away, they stay. They hope things will change. They wait for something different. Meanwhile, their self-respect slowly fades in the background. And when everything finally falls apart, they look for something or someone to blame. But the truth is simple. You can't build something strong on something weak. Ignoring problems doesn't fix them. It only delays the outcome, and blaming others keeps you stuck in the same cycle. Think about this honestly. How many times have you stayed in something that made you feel small? Not because you didn't see it, but because leaving felt harder, because fear felt stronger than your own self worth. That's a difficult truth, but it's real for many people. Some people don't want the truth. They want comfort. They want something to blame because looking inward is difficult. It forces you to see patterns. It forces you to admit things that are uncomfortable, and that can feel overwhelming. But avoiding it doesn't help. It just keeps the cycle going. Real growth begins when you face yourself honestly, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. That's where real change starts to happen. And here's the part that can change everything. The moment you take full responsibility for your choices, your perspective shifts. You stop feeling like a victim. You start feeling in control. You begin to see things clearly. And that clarity changes how you move forward. You stop chasing people who can't meet you emotionally. You stop accepting behavior that hurts you. You stop waiting for someone else to change. Instead, you focus on yourself. You grow. You set boundaries. And everything begins to feel different because you are different. That's real empowerment. Not the easy version you see online, the real version, the one that requires honesty, effort, and courage. It's not always comfortable, but it leads to something real and lasting. If you're still here, that means something inside you is ready, ready to change, ready to break patterns, ready to stop repeating the same story. And that's powerful. That's where everything begins. Here's something simple to start with. Reflect on your past experiences. Be honest. What did you ignore? What did you tolerate? What patterns keep repeating? Don't judge yourself. Just observe. Awareness is the first step toward change. And if this made you feel uncomfortable, that's okay. That feeling matters. It means something is shifting. It means you're starting to see things differently. And that's how growth begins. You don't need someone else to fix you, and you don't need to fix anyone else. That was never your responsibility. What you need is clarity, accountability, and the courage to choose better. You've always had that power within you. It was never missing, maybe just ignored, but now it's time to use it.